Buongiorno. Stop singing my part now, baby.
Somebody's getting fired.
Welcome back to G-List Celebrities. My name's Onyx on Dicks.
My name is Franco. Didn't eat enough today. Drank a lot of caffeine, and I'm feeling jittery.
She's got an Adderall script, and she
Didn't take it today.
doesn't have to eat anymore.
That is true.
And welcome back to G-List Celebrities. We are joined by extra special guest, our very first repeat guest on the podcast. She is now a streaming sensation. The biggest vagina you've ever seen. It's Allyria Everlasting, honey.
Oh my God! This will be an everlasting to us.
How does it feel to have worldwide success on a music platform?
So, ABC.
1, 2, 3.
No, truthfully, I've been okay. Funny thing. I don't actually know if I have my song linked to like my Spotify accounts because every time I try to like link my artist account to Big Vagina on both Apple and Spotify, it just like doesn't work. So,
Oh my God.
but listen, it's still under Allyria Everlasting.
That's right.
And that's how you clear a bitch.
It is really so crazy. I have a fucking song.
ABC.
Uno, dos, tres.
No, as hell. Truthfully, I was really happy with like getting the song because Drew. So the song is with Kevin Jay-Z Prodigy. Love Kevin.
Who is currently
who worked with Beyonce on tour, on her most recent tour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He does
know
the
that.
beginning of Break My Soul.
Yeah. No. That's no. Break My Soul, I think, is Big Frida. I think
Oh,
Kevin
he does.
Pure Honey.
That's right.
Kevin's on Pure Honey. But also, sorry, I'm drinking a Red Bull sponsor. But also, Kevin sent their vocals for the Cowboy Carter tour.
That's what it is. Yes.
So I don't know
How did you get here?
See, now that's what I want to know.
Why are you at my house?
Why are you at my house? So Kevin has been working with Drew on her new album, right?
Okay.
And stream the one, okay? Kevin Jay-Z Prodigy, produced by Drew Tracks. And I was hosting West Wolves because I host West Wolves every other third Thursday at Frankie Bradley. And Kevin was like, "This is a funny girl." Was obsessed with me.
Oh my God.
And then Drew was like, "Hey, Kevin wants you to come over to record some stuff." So I was like, okay, boots, I'll come over. So I came over to the house. Everything was really sickening. We had a really good time. Drew had known that I wanted to do a Big Vagina song, like literally that day. Like earlier that day, me and Drew had talked about it. And then Drew was like, oh, Kevin, Allyria wants to do a Big Vagina song. Do you want to be on it? And Kevin was like, oh, do you have it written out? And I was like, well, no. I don't know. I was going to wait. And Kevin went, I'll write it for you right now. Took out a notepad, wrote that bitch, and I shit you not, 5 fucking minutes.
That's crazy.
Less than that. And then we started recording all the vocals. We got done with that literally like in like 25 minutes. And then came back in, I think, the next day or like the week after that. And then recorded some more ad-libs and like polished everything up. Yeah.
Holy shit.
It was insane. I told her what Big Vagina was, and then just from like my personality and stuff.
Could you tell the viewers?
I was literally about to say, I was like,
What?
now you have to explain that
What
to our
is Big
viewers.
Vagina?
Okay, so
New segment.
new segment. Okay, so around when I first started in drag in like 2021, late 2021.
Dear God.
Because I was sneaking in the clubs at 20, honey.
Honey.
Okay, and so I I was drunk off of vodka Red Bulls because those were like my first drink. You know,
because you used to drink the blue
Long Island.
The blue Long Island.
So it was the vodka Red Bull, watermelon vodka Red Bull, and I would consistently drink that, right? And then I found out what a Long Island was, and I was like, oh, well, I'll just drink this. I was like, baby, fresh 21 puss.
What a
I was
dream.
like, girl, I love part of your world. Okay, and then someone told me about the blue one, and they were like, yeah, it's 6 liquors. I said, 6? You wanna take the comment out of me? Girl, I said, give it to me, ancient city style, okay? And literally, I would drink, I shit you not, I would drink 3 of them in one night. And I remember there was a period in time where people in the Philadelphia nightlife would try to drink Long Islands with me. And like
that's right,
kind of go toe to toe, but they would get really drunk. The only person to successfully drink Long Islands with me, and I think actually outdo me, God rest his soul, Delicious O'Hare Mazzani.
Oh, bitch.
Was the only one. And even after I stopped, he kept drinking them.
He's like, you're done?
Yeah. No, yeah.
That's it?
Yeah, girl. And that bitch would go in. I was like, okay, I can't do this. But yeah, so I was, but for Big Vagina, so I was at Taboo, I was at Taboo, now known as 254. And former host was performing, and I was really drunk, and I just I was like, big vagina, and everyone was like, so what does that mean? And basically it's just like, it's like cunt, but Allyria emphasized the message, right? So I always explain to people, it's like, you know, in like late 2010s when people would say like, big mood, you know, it's like an emphasis, but vagina is like more elegant cunt. Right, more elegant puss. Okay, so big vagina is just really puss. It was just really puss.
It was really puss.
No, it really puss.
Big puss.
No, exactly. So I would go around saying big vagina, and I remember everyone was like, "Hey, you should really hurry up and trademark this before someone steals it."
Yeah.
Then, so I want to say it was a little. Girl, they're arresting the girl. Girl, pound the alarm. Okay, so it was after my birthday show. Like, I turned 21, had this whole big birthday show. Everyone came out, you know, it was so fucking good. And I just remember seeing a lot of people there, and I don't know what it was about that day in particular. I didn't think, someone here is gonna steal Big Vagina, but the former host like introed me and was like, give it up for Big Vagina Energy herself, Allyria Everlasting. Like, I still have the video of her saying it. And then I want to say it was maybe a couple months after that, I was like, okay, let me actually like sit down and like go into trademark this. I get into the government official website, I do the whole spiel. Girl, I look up Big Vagina, and pending 6 months before I put it in was Big Vagina Energy under nutrient supplement.
What the fuck?
And I was like, I don't know if I can trademark this anymore. So I got really nervous. But the thing was, Big Vagina Energy was never my saying. It was always just Big Vagina.
Yeah, it was never energy.
No, it was always just like Big Vagina.
Yeah.
You know? And so but like people also told me like, and I was like, I would read through everything and like, you can't trademark certain things or copyright certain things because of vulgarity, but then it's also like if it's a personality, it's a different story. So I'm still trying to figure out a way
and adjectives are weird
involved. Exactly, you know? So it's like, so it's just like a little hard and difficult. But then recently, I want to say last year, Big Vagina Energy, the nutrient supplement, they dropped all of their promo. And I remember getting like my DMs and their comments was swarmed with just like my name, like tagging me.
But that's honestly
and everyone
good.
Sent,
that's good
like,
publicity.
I really, and I'm like still to this day, like I haven't reached out to them. Big Vagina Energy hormone supplement. If you are hearing this and you want to collab with the OG Big Vagina girl, baby,
Wait,
you let me know.
Do they do like estrogen?
Okay, so like him pills,
Yeah,
or like her pills, where it's like like it's not like estrogen, but it's just like hormone supplement. So it's just like fucking like Flintstone gummies and shit.
Bitch,
you know?
That's a really crazy product.
No. Insanity, but like kind of puss. Kind of big vagina. Kind of like your vagina.
Kind of like your vagina.
Kind of like your vagina.
No.
I was listening to a podcast the other day.
Okay, hello.
And they're like, no one wants to be
Competitive
cringe
talk.
anymore.
No.
And there's a fine line between being funny and being cringe.
And this is why I have a lot of respect for Little Piece.
Yeah.
Is because Little Piece
She
recognizes
don't give a
that.
fuck.
She does it. Bitch, she'll be she posted today. So, but after this podcast comes out, we will be okay. You know the Alyssa Edwards. Okay, before this podcast comes out, we will be already at Dollapalooza and $3 bill.
That's why I did like half in face.
Girl. And I did my makeup in the Uber. I already told y'all before the pod. Like, literally did my face, half done, get in the Uber. This bitch has the windows rolled down. First off, not even all four. I could respect all four. I would be fine with that.
Because that's an airlock.
Exactly.
Yeah.
No, she had two. And bitch, you got a sunroof.
That's gonna make the sound.
I sat there and like these glasses, I just got them at Mad Rag.
Madrag.
Girl, Madrag. Oh, this is actually from Mad Rag.
Oh, I love Madrag.
No, hello. I saw Ed Hardy. I said, give me that. Okay.
That gives me an Ed Hardy.
No, hello. Okay. No, and so the bitch didn't have nothing rolled down, and so I lowered my glasses, and literally like where the glasses was sitting, it was like everything just gone. I shit you not.
Right
I was on what was it, like the Ben Franklin like exit coming off from from like the 30th Street station, and I literally looked in, I saw my Neutrogena makeup wipes, and I said, I'm taking off my makeup. I'm taking off my makeup and I'm just gonna battle. No, girl. And listen, sometimes you gotta be okay with losing.
You sometimes, especially, oh my god, like double gig days in the summer, we have brunch and a show at night. No.
Girl,
it's not worth keeping.
No, it's not
worth.
No,
my disgusting scraps.
Oh yeah, there have been plenty of times where I have taken off my makeup, redone it. And like for brunch, I'll do drag, and then for the night show, I'll just be TS.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Like for like Theme Queen, for example, if you're in the Philadelphia area, come out to Theme Queen last Sunday of every month. We have Sickening Competitors. It's a fashion design competition with your host, Onyx on Dix, and your stage manager, Allyria Everlasting.
And Franco's never been to one.
First of all, I've been to many of the first season. Quickly lost interest because the host was so bad. And the stage manager.
Franco, can I talk to you over here real quick? Can I talk to you over here real quick?
We were in B West.
Yeah.
Girl.
No, it's fun. It's good.
There's teams in the team.
Oh, there's definitely teams in the same team because it's over a group of 3.
Yeah.
So there has to be.
But it's funny when we all agree on something. It's like, yeah, guys,
we did this.
look at that.
No.
Good job,
and then everyone hits you with we're family. Well, let me tell you something. I don't talk to half of my family, okay? I don't talk to a lot of my fucking divas, okay? You want to know the last time my dad contacted me was through Instagram and slid up on my story and said, "Work, champ."
That's low key a slay.
No.
That's affirming.
Truthfully,
that's gender affirming.
Like my dad, I love him so much. He's a real macho kind of dude. Like he played basketball when he was younger. He loves fucking sports. Like he has a lot of children.
Okay.
Well, he has 7 kids.
That is a lot.
That is a lot. In today's standard, yeah.
That's insane.
And so, like, I never came out to my dad. I came out to my mom, like, when I was younger. Like, I was like, I'm bisexual.
Of course.
Oh, yeah, we all said that. And now look at us going to Dollapalooza.
Bisexual and non-binary have always been my stepping stones.
Oh, you gotta put your toe in first.
No,
just to see how it
exactly.
feels.
It's that meme of the girl carrying the bag.
Oh, yes.
It's like every
I'm a bisexual, they, them. And
leaving bisexual.
I'm a hard
non-binary.
she, her
Girl. But I remember there was one day after I came out to my mom and like everyone knew, I was in the car with my dad, and we pulled up to my house, and my dad was like, you know, you can tell me anything, right? And I was like, yeah, I know.
That's clocking.
Thank you. You know, I was like, okay. I got out the car, you know, listening to my musical theater. I was like, you know, I was like, to dream. Okay, like, bitch, I was in my bag.
Not Manila La Mancha,
Girl, I live for Manila La Mancha. I live
to dream. Wait, was it?
when I
This is my quest.
the girl to follow that star, no matter how hopeless, no matter how far. Okay. And then I remember my half brother came over, and we were all hanging out. And we were talking about going bowling together. It was like me and all my brother siblings, except for my older half brother. So we're sitting there, and my dad's talking about splitting us up into teams. Because one thing about my dad, he loves a tournament. We used to play Wii Sports, everything, a bracket.
Dads need structure.
Oh,
Yes.
needs structure.
Yeah.
He's a Virgo too, so
Oh,
like
Lord.
he lives for that shit. And I just remember, I think it was like me and my brother or something. No one else was really gay in the family. And when we were talking about the teams, my dad was like, yeah, y'all be the dick lovers. You know what I mean? And I know that sounds bad. It sounds bad. But in the context of my family, like, that was probably the most affirming thing my father could have said to me. Because I started busting out laughing.
Yeah, 'cause
and I
it's
was like,
like-
you're right, Dad.
But it is. It's a funny,
Yeah.
I know,
Yeah.
and I know that you know, I know.
And he was just like, you don't need to say anything to me. Like, as long as we're here,
You don't need to
know.
say anything to me. I'm gonna say it to you, dick lover.
No, literally, cock goblin. You fucking cock gobbler. No, but it was just like, it was so affirming to me. It was
It's
so
actually
good.
kind of
That's
beautiful
really
because
nice.
I was
Yeah.
thinking about this the other day, just with coming out in general. It's weird and uncomfortable, and I
it
don't
is.
think people should have to do it.
No.
It's like if you ask,
Yeah.
I'll answer it, but I don't
Yeah.
want to be like everyone.
Yeah.
Like
Listen,
I just don't think. I think you shouldn't have to do it. I
No.
don't think you should have
I
to come
agree
out.
with you that no one should have to, but I kind of disagree that we shouldn't get rid of it because that's like that really is a moment.
It's
for every person.
traumatizing, though. Actually, I
For
say
some
this.
people,
I
but-
say this as
And
when I
don't even
came
stop.
out.
We already talked about your
I
coming
came
out
out in a
process.
speech to my whole school.
No way.
Yes. I came out as bi.
No.
And everyone was like, oh, please.
A speech at a podium.
This is also me in full makeup because I was like a full emo kid, full beat every day. Hair done up in like a girl's little crop top shirt. Everybody, I'm bi. Everyone was like, this is a waste of time.
Oh my god, that's so funny. In my acting class freshman year, one of the first projects we had to do was write a story about ourselves, or just like write something about ourselves and perform it to get over like stage fright and stuff like that. I didn't have stage fright, but I made it very clear. I wrote in my thing very clearly, spotlight on me in a room full of queer people. Okay, I went, and I just want to let everyone know I'm not gay. And everyone, to my gay teacher, shout out Mr. Rankin, and he sat right there in the middle, and I visibly heard everyone go, okay.
Okay.
And then like 2 months later, I was like, yeah, I'm gay.
Actually,
Literally.
remember that time?
That was the time to be alive.
I thought
It
you were
really
going to say you
was.
were going to be coming out in your play, like...
Oh,
You'd be
no.
like, once upon a time, my dad said, you guys be the dick lovers. And it stuck with me.
No,
Yeah.
I guess it
as you
is
know.
important to
No.
come. It is like
No, but what I mean is like, I think it's like, there's a certain allure of like,
There is.
this is my moment that I'm
Yeah.
going to officially come out to the world. I don't think anyone should have to be or forced to do. I feel like a lot of people these days
Well,
don't.
maybe I just feel it because I was thinking with my family because
Yeah.
they might know I'm trans. I don't know. I think they just look at me like, huh, all right.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I haven't because this will be like the third time I'm coming out
Me
to them
as
about
well.
We are
something,
tired,
and I'm
Okay.
sick of doing it.
Okay. No,
And I don't need them to call me
Yeah.
anything.
No.
Like I'm really, if they call me she, her,
Yeah.
he, him, they, them.
Yeah.
I'll give it like my family. I'm like whatever.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I see y'all
It's really
3
like-
times a year.
Yeah.
For
No.
holidays.
It's like choose your battles at that
Like
point.
Yeah.
I don't need
Yeah.
their affirmation.
No.
But like I'm just like, because they're visiting me next week. I'm like, should
Really?
I do it? I'm like, I don't really want to.
Yeah.
though.
Honestly, I don't
Girl,
think you need to.
yeah, I don't
Knowing
think
your
you need
parents
to.
and your
won't give a
relationship to
fuck
them, it
either.
really
I
wouldn't
honestly
matter.
think we'll just get confused though,
Yeah.
and then they're gonna be like, I bought you some tampons. And
Honestly, baby, that would come ahead of Palooza. Okay, you know, for the post SRS girls.
Okay. That's gonna be us in the car right back, just shoving them in.
Girl. No, I came out as trans to my family a couple years
Trans?
back. Girl, as a
You're
TS.
what?
Girl. I know these titties, homegrown, honey,
Fresh
freshly
in the garden.
grown. Hello, water 'em up, water 'em up. Hold on, I need to drink my Red Bull.
Water them up, honey.
The Red Bull's water.
They're filled with Red Bull.
Could you over the Ed Hardy?
You know, T-girls don't lactate, but they do produce Red Bull fresh from their
true.
breasts.
You know, you should say that to Little Piece. I've seen that bitch squirt milk on stage.
That
Out
is
her
true,
titties.
but it makes it. Yeah, I have seen that. I have seen that.
Yeah, no. So when I came out to my family, what a great transition. When I came out to my family, they already had a feeling because I told them I was going all the way up to Philly to do drag, you know. So they were like,
Oh yeah, once you tell them they do drag, they're like, "Is it because?"
yeah, you know. And I was like,
no!
I was like, Mom, literally no. But you know, I was like a nasty non-binary at that time. I was like, yeah, I
mean,
date
listen,
them, you know.
Aren't they all?
Girl, hello. Okay, you can't throw a dead cat without hitting a non-binary. No shade. It's kind of tea.
Go on.
I've been telling.
It's such an old Southern saying. Like I love saying. Like
forget you're from Florida.
I am.
sometimes.
No, and sometimes when I get really excited, it comes out. Like I have a little bit of a Southern accent sometimes.
Where in Florida are you from?
Okay, so I was raised for the most part in the Tampa area, so like Pinellas County, and then but I also
That's
lived in
inland,
Orlando.
right?
No, so it's like on the edge of the Gulf of Mexico.
Oh, it's on that side. I don't know where the fuck.
And then I was Orlando though is inland, and I
Yeah.
went to like elementary school in Orlando and stuff. But yeah, so when I came out to my family though as TS, they were all really like relatively fine with it. Like here and there, my mom will still like dead name me, but it's so funny because she'll dead name me, but she'll use she pronouns, or she'll use the right pronouns. She'll use the right name, and then she'll go Aipa, and I'm like, okay, you know. So we got it right, but yeah, I haven't actually told anyone this yet. Like, I haven't came public about it because I kind of want to keep things for myself. But like, now that we're here, I might as well say it.
We're a news channel.
No, y'all are. I just got my name legalized.
You better work.
No boots. So like, it's so funny. People are like, "What is it like your out of drag name?" And I'm like, "No, like legally now, it is
It's
Allyria."
Allyria.
Like, that's my government name.
Yeah,
Good.
That's my government name.
I've thought about my out of name so much, like. And honestly, there's nothing else that really fits me other than
Right.
Allyria.
Yeah.
You know? Like, I love it.
And it's
literally
not like
only
a
ever
drag
met
name
you
that's
as
well.
like, you know, it's not like fucking.
However, I will tell you this. I got a DM recently from this girl. I don't know where she's from. With the name Allyria, but spelled with an I. And she doesn't follow anyone. She like at all. She was like, I came over your page and I saw we had the same name. And I just love it. I had to tell you about it.
That's
Like,
really
oh,
weird.
thanks, girl.
I've never met another Allyria before.
I've actually never. Yeah, I don't think I've ever.
Met an
But
Allyria.
the name, it sounds so like.
It's like very
It
namey.
seems like
Yeah,
it's
it's a
that's a
name.
name.
So Allyria pops up in She's the Man, because that's the name of the school.
Oh my god!
And they have a whole song, and it's like "Welcome to Allyria," or like
Holy
however you
shit,
do it.
you've unlocked
And
that
then,
in my brain.
And then,
Love She's the Man,
in
man, fine.
amazing movie. And then in Game of Thrones,
What?
there's a place called Allyria.
There is.
But I've never. So
Yeah.
season 1, episode 1, they bring it up. They talk about
Talking
Allyria.
about Valyria?
No, Allyria. Not Valyria. They literally bring
I'm
up
gonna have to do some
Allyria.
diving.
No,
I
do
need to
some
know.
diving.
I'm actually
Now do
we'll
some
put
diving.
it- we'll put it up right here.
Because let
Why
the
you gotta
record
do
show.
that?
Let the record
Listen.
show. Philly Nightlife knows Allyria is not a liar. However, she does remember a lot of details
Facts.
incorrectly and tells them as if they're truth. Okay.
That's what I say. Tell people too. I'm like, oh, I just remembered that a little different than what actually happened.
Oh yeah, no, and it's gotten me in a lot of trouble. However, I've grown out of it.
And you know what? Learning is the process.
Baby, I turned 24. Like, I'm sorry, I'm gonna make a lot of mistakes. Like, I started in nightlife at 20. I started in nightlife at fucking 20. Being around fucking 30-year-olds. I'm not gonna understand shit.
And like
you know?
mentally
Oh my God, wait, hold on.
fucking
So the first
like
thing-
crazy
Yeah.
30. Like personality disorder 30-year-olds.
Yeah.
I'm not finding a place, but Allyria Dane is from Dorne, and I remember her.
Oh, period.
And
There's also a place in Ohio named Allyria, spelled with an
spelled
E.
the same way, too.
It's literally spelled exactly. That's you. We found. Officer, we found her.
Allyria
Yes.
Dorne, let me see this bitch.
The doll.
Oh my
okay?
God.
Okay.
Do not
Wait,
scroll
it
through
says-
my phone.
Wait,
Do not do it.
wait, no shade. That kind of is me.
What? That is kind of you.
No, that does kind of look like me.
It does.
Wait, send me
We
that.
need to talk to George R. Martin.
I'm gonna show my FFS doctor
You'll be
that.
on next.
Yeah.
No, girl, as hell. Allyria Dorne comes on and it's just me in like a fantasy outfit.
Funny though, with
Sorry.
And I talk with like an old Scottish accent.
Okay.
next season, what is it? Song of Dick
song
and Balls. That would be the
If
one.
you had the chance to change your
We're changing
fate,
the name of this podcast to a song of Dick and Balls.
would ya?
But speaking of, so Dollapalooza tonight.
Yeah.
A meeting of the dolls.
Yes. Oh my God.
Dolls from LA, Canada, New
Girl,
York.
yeah. Girlfriend
And all
Experience
of
is gonna be there.
Have better health care to support trans people
As hell.
than us.
Yep.
New York is like, oh, you want FS?
Yeah, girl.
That's tomorrow.
Girl, hop in my office.
We'll cover it.
Girl, and honestly, it's not the sketchy under the table, girl.
Oh, no, we'll get you, like,
we'll
the
get you
real
good.
name brand
Yeah,
FFS.
yeah. Well, I mean, also, it's like you can't throw a dead cat without someone getting, like a movie deal or something
Oh,
there.
yeah.
So it's like everyone's making
Well,
money.
that's like Madeline. She was like, yeah, I got a BBL.
She got a double
FFS.
BBL. Her titties done.
Wow.
I love
That
Madeline.
in Pennsylvania.
That's
Oh,
crazy.
it's not
Oh,
happening.
okay. I don't know if I can tell this story. Maybe we'll cut this or not. When I first met,
She doesn't know
when I
this
seen
even
Matt,
happens, I guess.
I live.
I think she followed or liked one of our posts.
She watches every single one.
She's an avid watcher.
This is her favorite.
Okay, no, she watches them and then she goes to do her try-on videos. Okay, no, when I went to go pick up my first Madeline unit, I went with my sister Athena. Shout out Athena NYC. Okay. We go to her apartment. We're standing up there, and Athena goes, "Walk up the steps, Allyria." And I was like, "I don't know which apartment it is." And I hear Madeline goes, "Well, girl, come on, we can't leave the door open." And I was like, "Work." So I go upstairs.
Yeah.
We go in there. 30 seconds of an exchange. It's like, "Hi, hello, how are you doing? Oh my God." She was like, "It's so good to see you. How was the travels?" I was like, "It was good." She was like, "Athena, it's so good to see you. Oh my goodness." And then I was like, "Oh my God, you just had surgeries. How are you doing?" And she was like, "Oh yeah, I just got my BBL. Do you guys want to see it?" Me and Athena went, "Sure, I guess."
What do you mean,
I
do you
shit
wanna
you
see
not.
how-
I shit you not. This bitch turned around, pulled her pants down, and two Jupiter-sized ass cheeks just flopped out of these sweatpants.
One thing about Madeline,
She's gonna show you. Shit myself. I was like, "This is crazy."
That's really crazy.
I was like, "Girl,
I could do that too.
Girl, I know, girl, they live, bitch, they live for you in them little Debbie Dem.
underwear
Those
right
little
now?
6-inch inseams. You
Girl,
got.
yeah, girl, it's okay. We'll get you on to tuck it up, and then your ass will really.
Okay.
It goes, well, bam.
You know what?
Tuck it up makes everyone look like they have a big ass.
Hello,
I don't know if I need it.
hello. No, bitch, you need it. Okay, give a BBL.
No,
Okay.
for real shit. No, go ahead.
Oh no, for real shit. What?
I was gonna say my ass is fat.
Okay, no, it's out. I was
Yeah.
gonna ask. Okay, do you like wearing jock straps? Are you a diva who likes wearing jock
Here's the
straps?
thing. After I got my BBL in New York,
Okay.
Right.
Did you
had-
actually get a BBL in New York?
yes.
Shut the fuck
No.
up.
course not.
Okay, I was about to say. Bitch,
Yeah, this is the body
I
of
was
the
like,
BBL.
okay,
you know what?
the body is here.
Literally. What was your question?
Do you like? Are you a diva with jock
I've
straps?
never worn a jock strap except one time. Where I was hooking up with this guy. And he was like, "Do you have a jock strap?" I said, "No." He said, "Put this one on,"
Oh,
and I did.
was it washed?
I will never know.
I'm gonna tell you right now, it was not.
That is the only time, and I liked it.
They're
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah, I probably should, shouldn't I?
They're nice.
I don't know.
I mean, I don't know. I think it's up to
Sure.
everyone's pleasure. When I used to be a little gay boy, like I only had one jock strap, and I remember I hid it from my family, and then my mom came across it, and I was like, "Those are just my special underwears."
My special underwear.
I was like, "Mommy, that's my dance belt,
I was one of
please."
those bitches that had like thousands
Really?
of like the Andrew Christian
Oh,
Marco,
girl.
like the multicolored.
You were like a
Work
dancer
you.
in the
Well, I was like a
club,
go-go dancer
Yeah.
for a while. But I
Oh,
remember my
work.
mom doing my laundry. She's like, "How does does this even fit on the body? Where the leg goes. She's like, I just don't get how these work.
No.
Wait a minute, I'm dying because I just realized you said I've been meaning to ask you, and that's the question you asked me.
Well, I guess you wear again. I am sort of a liar, so I haven't been meaning to ask you.
Allyria,
but the words
tossing and turning. Is it jock straps? What's going on?
How the Franco's ass jiggles in a jock strap?
Well, you know, sometimes jock straps can do you dirty and cut your ass real nasty.
Are you serious?
Oh, yes. And it will dug under your cheek and it kind of flops over.
Well, girl, that's what a tuck-it-up does. No, girl, a tuck-it-up will get your gooch nasty,
It
bitch.
will. Oh, my God. When you do like a split and then you do the little leg open,
Okay.
it just like...
Well,
Hello?
I'm not doing no splits, honey. I'm not. It's so funny. So it was either I do this theater or the first career choice I wanted to do, lawyer. I wanted to be a lawyer.
I was just about to say, I was like, well, theater doesn't pay as good as drag, really.
No, it
but
doesn't.
Being a lawyer, definitely.
No, yeah, but I don't have the attention
Girl,
span,
do
and I
both.
hate
I
arguing.
can imagine you in the court, you're like, objection!
Objection!
You're literally like those memes where it's like, Your Honor, you weren't even there.
No, I didn't see you at the crime, Your Honor.
No, girl. No, I applied to be in the criminal justice program at one of the magnet schools, and I got waitlisted.
Oh.
No, but I got accepted into my theater program. Okay, and I said, well, honey, let's do this. That, and also I was waitlisted for culinary.
Huh.
Variety.
I bet you could have done culinary. You would've
Yeah,
done culinary.
I'm like starting to learn how to cook now. You know, just cause like love my family to pieces, but like we were just so dysfunctional that at one point my mom was like, "I'm not cooking for y'all. Y'all can just fend for yourselves." And I was like,
Period.
"Okay." I was like, what, 12, 13 at the time?
Oh.
I was like, "Girl, I was like."
Period. Work. Don't
mama.
feed your kids.
Yes, no, she spilled.
Girl, when I
She
tell you, I was popping Tostina's square pizza in the oven like it was nobody.
Oh,
yeah.
Tostina. Well, you changed her name. I was popping Tostina.
She heard. She heard.
She went to New York, got a BBL.
Yes. Girl, she's the closing act. She's right after Madeline, bitch.
Wait, so we need to talk about something.
Give it.
Right.
This bitch. I swear to God. No, it's always like.
Do y'all come up with topics and stuff?
Never.
Fuck no.
You
No,
actually provided our only structure on the podcast. And we
That's what I was gonna say.
Oh yeah, because this bitch goes, we got to talk about something. Then they're like,
Girl, we gotta talk about it. Okay, I live.
So we have to talk about you created Are You Content With Your Choices?
Oh my God! Oh my God!
every single
so
bitch.
now that
every
you're
single one.
here, you have to give us another one.
Oh
We're
my
really running out of ideas.
Oh my God! Am I content with my choices? So this kind of falls into like, what are my pet peeves, right? Or like, wait, what? Like, wait, is that like
Hold
sort
on.
of like what the are you content with your choices? I have really short memory. I have like goldfish memory.
Okay, I think
so.
Rewind. Okay.
Uh-huh.
I didn't ask if you're content with your choices.
Okay.
I said, you gave us Are You Content With Your Choices?
Mm-hmm.
I'm so confused. I'm very confused.
I don't
This
know
is what it's like having a conversation with Allyria.
I feel like I'm in between two magnets facing the wrong way.
I can't figure it out. I'm trying to figure out which direction this conversation was about to go. Okay.
Me too.
You, rewind. Okay. You gave us Are You Content With Our Choices? I don't remember the clip.
Yes, I remember
You
it
did,
too.
yes. And then I asked, you need to give us another one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Well, am I content with my choices? Honestly, okay, I have to say this. I think I'm a lot more content with my choices now because I have to figure out how to phrase this.
As in, can you give us another segment?
Oh, another segment?
Yes. Not another answer. I think that's what the confusion is.
Oh.
We are going to ask you that later.
Oh my God. Oh, another segment?
That's
okay.
what I meant.
Hold on.
That's where we
Rewind.
got
Rewind.
confused.
Now, okay,
Okay.
phrase it like this. Go.
Wait, where did
Allyria, let me handle this.
Yeah.
Let me handle this. Jesus Christ. Allyria, you gave us this segment. Are you content with your choices? Could you give us another segment we could use?
Okay.
That's how you phrase that. Look at that.
Okay, so I will take this from Family Guy. Okay.
Oh,
you want to know what really grinds my gears?
Oh, that's classic.
I'll tell you what grinds my gears right now. Okay, we're getting into the hot summer months.
Yes.
Why are you not wearing deodorant? Honey, why are you not putting on the perfume, the cologne? You're not washing your body?
Let me tell you something, okay? Because I have to say this. Now, there are sometimes, situations happen, okay? And, there are certain people who can't help their smell. I understand that. You need to go above and beyond.
You do need to go. I was
Then
really
you
gonna
have
say,
you have a task.
You have a job to do
No,
now.
you have a job
to
on
do.
top of your job, especially if you're a performer.
Job on top of your job.
Girl, okay?
Yes.
If you're an entertainer, if you are someone who is moving around consistently, I'm so sorry. Put on the
have
fucking aluminum. I don't give a fuck if you don't want to have cancer. I honestly, truthfully, cancel me right now. Take the risk. Take the risk
For the good of humankind.
for the betterment of my nostrils.
Oh, bitch, I'm in the back reading ingredients, looking for the aluminum. I'm like, I want that ingredient first.
Because here's my biggest thing, and it's always the bitches who want to give hugs.
Oh,
It's always the bitches who want to give hugs.
always.
Stop it.
After their number.
Stop it. I don't want to hug you. Because now if I don't give you a hug, I'm rude. And I'm like, I just can't. I can't. And, okay.
Listen, yeah.
And to add on to it, it's getting in the summer months. Wash your fucking tights. Don't be lazy.
Wash your tights.
costumes.
Wash your tuck it ups. Wash your costumes. Okay, you can do all of this shit. Not taking it to the dry cleaner.
Spray it with vodka.
No. Because then what happens is they spray it with vodka and then they don't let it air dry properly, or they don't fucking do it properly.
moldy.
So
Now you smell and reek a fucking stench and mold. What? I'm sorry. It pisses me off. It grinds my fucking gears.
Because there's no reason why when you are walking into a dressing room that now you have the whole dressing room smelling like absolute dog shit.
Oh, honey. And it's also just dressing room etiquette to be like, it's almost like using the bathroom.
Yes.
If you use the bathroom and you leave the bathroom, there should be no evidence that you were in that bathroom.
None at all.
Dressing room, same way.
Let me tell you something. Because listen, I'll say it very, very bluntly. Okay, there are some times where I gotta take a dookie. There are some times where I have to take the dookie.
Sometimes.
You want to know
Every day?
You want to know what I'm bringing? Okay.
Wet wipes.
Oh, baby, I have wet wipes in my bag. I have perfume in my bag. I'm ready to overly spray this room down. To make sure that it doesn't smell.
The dookie did
all.
not take place.
Okay,
Yeah.
the dookie did not happen here. Okay,
There should be no evidence.
But it really fucking gets me sometimes, because then what happens for me in my brain is that now it's like I don't want people to be coming around me thinking, oh my God, does she smell like that? That's why when I see everyone, I make sure they know my smell.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right now I'm in a very oceany sort of smell era, and I have this like rose perfume that I like to
Yes,
spray a
bitch.
lot. So I'll spray that and stuff like that. That way, when I see people, I give them a hug and I make sure they fucking with me. So that way, when a bitch comes around who doesn't smell good, baby, it's not me.
They know it's not you.
Dare I say, to add on top of this another layer of stench that happens when people eat food, okay, at the gig, okay?
Yeah.
And now you want to come up and talk to me, but you smell like a sausage rigatoni. You smell.
Girl, if you're eating sausage,
be too mad.
Before the
Girl,
right after my number.
Now your breath.
bowl
Now
of
your breath smells like the fucking dolphin hot dogs. Okay. And I'm sorry. It's really bad. It's really bad. And like, I had a talk recently, and like, I have to learn how to phrase it to people sometimes, because sometimes I can be a little nasty. But when I'm on the verge of throwing up, I gag very easily.
Yeah.
You know, like, and like, not when I'm sucking dick though, honey. Okay. Honey, one thing about me. Honey, one thing about me. I know to hold down my left thumb. Okay.
Ancient scripture.
I don't even know the words.
Girl, I'm right there. Girl, two hands, and let the people. Girl, I'm curling everything.
It really does though.
Got you good, bitch.
You did
It is because second nature, you know. You're just.
Yeah, girl, bitch, you have to. I'm sorry.
Listen.
But this is my thing. I gag very easily, especially at stench. Yeah. It's a very big problem for me. So, like, when I smell like, I can smell when you eat something, and it makes me, like, I literally start going,
really?
Like, it's bad. It's bad. I can't watch people eat things on stage. I can't, like, if you have something of you eting something, like,
it's like all
of my nerves from me eating things.
Girl, I can't, I literally, like, look down and I walk away sometimes. Or I just like look, I have to leave. Like there are sometimes like certain people have like in their numbers them like an eating sound. I can't do it.
Actually, I really fucking hate the sound of people chewing.
I can't.
And I don't understand
That's one
people
of the things
that
that
chew with
never
their fucking
bothered
mouths
me.
open.
Oh!
It's like, were you raised in a fucking barn?
Okay, so I had a talk recently with one of my sisters
Having
because
a lot of talks recently with people.
Okay, no shade. Yes, because I'm a very, very big advocate.
We need to have a talk.
On sometimes people need to sit down and have a talk. You know,
I think that's the new segment.
Sometimes you need to let people
figured it out. Yeah, the new segment.
No, you have to, because I don't want to, especially if you're my sister, I don't want to hurt your feelings, you know?
Yeah.
And if I find out that something that I said or the way that I acted triggered you in any way to make you feel some kind of way, I want to talk it out. I want to talk it through. I don't want you to feel that way because I genuinely do care about you, you know? And so recently I had a talk about that, about like me sort of like snapping a little about people like chewing with their mouth open, right? And sometimes like food can be a big trigger for people. So I when I had the talk, you know, I apologized and everything. I explained like the issue is though in that moment it's either I tell you stop chewing with your fucking mouth open or else I'm gonna throw up, or I get up and I walk away, and I don't want to be rude at all, you know. But I can't, if you're talking to me and you're chewing with your mouth open.
That is so funny.
The thought of it, because there was this girl in high school.
I was literally gonna say something about that.
There was this girl in high school, and I'm learning now as I'm doing more podcasts. I shouldn't put people's names in there,
girl.
you know. So, but there was this girl in high school. And I used to be, you know, sort of friends with her. She was really funny, but she had this bit where she would do that, and she would I have to like say it sort of like chill. She would show people the food in her mouth.
That shit really grosses
I
me
hate
out.
that.
Literally?
That's gross.
That's really gross.
Oh my god, it's so disgusting. It's so nasty. Bitch, swallow. Oh my god.
It's funny how food, it can be so good and then disgusting at the same time.
At a certain point, if chewing gum, for example, I'm swallowing my gum because at a certain point I get tired of chewing and now I want to throw up.
Well, when it turns into like you're chewing on like an eraser.
Well, I don't want to lose the flavor.
Forever.
Okay.
That's really funny.
Because after I found out that like the whole thing with like, oh yeah, gum stays in your digestive system for 7 years, and when I found out that was a myth, I was like, bitch, I'm swallowing my gum now.
Oh yeah, who gives a fuck? That shit, you could eat a whole thing. You could eat a whole hubba bubba.
Girl, and let me tell you something. I'm hubba and bubba.
Wait, I love
Very
this. The new segment is we need to have a talk personal.
No, how did you say? How
peeves.
did you exactly phrase it?
The pet peeves.
No, that needing to talk to someone.
Sometimes you need to talk to someone.
Sometimes you need to have a talk.
You need to have a talk.
Sometimes you need to have a talk.
So, Franco, what's something you need to have a talk about?
You know, I'm not good on the spot. You have to go.
Okay, this is.
Wait, we have to ask
This
you,
is
though.
Oh, okay, yeah.
What is something that you need to have a talk about What is something you need to have a talk about, and with who?
Okay, this is very show business related.
Live.
Okay.
But like sometimes when you're in these shows, and I know not everyone does it as much as other people, so people get very excited about things.
Yeah.
But sometimes they'll make a little Instagram group, messenger with everyone in the cast, and you don't have to tell me in that chat like where the fucking fire exits are and stuff. Can
No
we
way.
keep it short
No
and
way.
brief? And just like, I need all your music in like 3 months in advance, You know there's certain shows where they just need so much information from you, and I'm like, we're getting paid like $80, so they're like, what angle do you plan on entering from the back?
Yeah,
Girl,
you're just
like,
exactly.
I don't know.
I don't have time.
That's fine.
Girl,
I don't know what I'm gonna do.
No, it's too
I
much.
don't know.
I've done some shows where they're like, yeah, so we need to know your bio. We need to know, are you gonna start from the ceiling?
Yeah.
Are you gonna come in? Like, do you want to start from outside? We can break a glass for you if
Yes,
you want.
we can provide like a forklift.
Yeah.
We can do that. We'll do that. Like it's shit. Like, and they're like, "What's your bio?" I'm like, "Bitch, these people know who I am. It's fine."
Like as hell. Yeah, bitch. Yeah, they do. Yeah, Onyx on dicks,
They know who
motherfucker.
I am.
I
And
live.
then it's like a local Philly show. I'm
Yeah.
like, why am I putting a bio in here?
Why am I putting in a
don't
bio?
understand
Don't piss me
bio.
off.
I
And I
don't
used to
understand
do.
bio
I remember
culture.
I used to do back in the day when I started. People used to send a bio, and mine used to be like the silliest. It was like on a dark, cold night. That was a scream. Oh, God,
Oh, that's literally mine. Mine's is
On a
like,
dark cold.
bam, you got her. Okay. Yeah. My favorite go-to is like, Allyria Everlasting is Philadelphia's little sister.
Oh yeah. Oh, it's always your name
Yeah.
is Philadelphia,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then it's something else.
Yeah. Oh, as hell.
It's just like sometimes I'm like, bitch, it's fine. It's I want to take some of the producers, but like, it's okay.
Yeah, it's okay.
It's okay.
Yeah, I think you're doing kind of a lot right
It's
now.
a lot.
It's those type A people. Okay, what is something that you need to have a talk about?
Okay. Something that I need to have a talk about with I don't know who is just the fact that we're in a crumbling civilization
Yeah.
and a societal collapse.
Yeah.
And there's like nothing we can do about it.
Preach.
So who do I talk to?
Preach.
I need AI to stop doing what it's doing.
Yeah.
Listen.
As hell.
But here's the let me
You go
play
first.
devil's advocate here, honey.
Okay.
So AI,
I need to.
it's coming. Oh, no, it's here.
Yeah.
It's here. And there is definitely some very good uses of AI.
Yes.
Yes.
There is some very good, especially like I use AI for I write and read and write at like probably a 6th grade level, and I'm trying to get my emails to sound a little pussy.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
So I will use AI. Be like, can you just make this sound a little
As
better?
hell.
That's
As hell.
valid.
And it's good for that. All Siri is AI, technically. It's good for like I think information on the fly.
Generative AI.
Generative
Yeah.
AI. And then the
Yeah.
problem is when you're asking AI to create something out of nothing.
Yeah.
I think it's good for brainstorming.
Yeah,
shit
I
like
don't
that.
like it when AI like is used for any type of creative process.
Yeah.
Like I don't like it with scripts. I don't want it with actors. I don't want it with singers. I
Yes.
don't want it with like actual like artists, like paintings and stuff like
Yeah.
that. But I can understand the good uses of AI, but it's so funny because I saw that Grok on Twitter. Elon had to like change something
Yeah.
about Grok because Grok was starting to clock
on him.
Elon.
He's like,
Grok was trying to clock.
Yeah. Grok was clocking. Grok turned the clock.
Grok's like, I go by she, her now.
Girl, as hell, as hell. No, but that's real though.
It is. Like, I saw, oh my God, I saw a
Yeah.
drag show and they had an AI flyer, and I was like,
girl.
ooh,
That's what I mean.
bitch.
It's like, how do I even put it? It's like, okay, yeah, there are good uses for it. I think it's good in like cyber security and like software and stuff, because as I've learned from experience.
Yeah.
But like, if you're getting paid to do anything creatively and you use AI, like
Trash, garbage, human.
Yeah.
like that's insanity to me.
You have
And
no
I also
talent.
think-
You will amount to
you know
nothing
what?
in this
I
life.
actually know exactly who I need to have a conversation.
Clock it right now.
Not even a specific person, but the type of like Twitter tech bros who like love AI for like making stupid art and memes and stuff.
Girl, go to
They were,
hell.
like, literally, and they were, I saw this thing. They were like, remember when the Studio Ghibli AI was going around?
Yes!
Oh,
Right,
yeah,
so they were
yeah,
saying-
yeah.
This person shared that, and they were saying like the AI actually looks better people only like Studio Ghibli because of like the animation and this and that. Like they don't care about the art style.
Don't
blah,
piss
blah.
me off.
This is more
Don't
people who tried
piss me off.
to make AI's art a valid art form because it's more convenient. And I'm like, who has ever made art because it is convenient?
Yeah.
I hate when
Yeah,
tech
that's
bros.
a really good way to
That's
put it.
real.
Thank you. I hate
That's a
when
good way to
tech
put
bros
it.
try to be like utilitarian
Yeah.
about art and stuff. I
Well,
guess.
AI allows the non-creative
Yes.
to
They're just
pass
like, well,
as
look, you can do
creative.
this with that. Like, it's such an achievement. And we don't need. I think progress for the sake of progress is like why our society and civilization is being destroyed.
Yeah.
Because we don't need to be this advanced with things. Like,
Yeah.
I can do this myself.
Yeah.
I also think that children are becoming illiterate. And
They literally are.
They actually are.
They literally are.
already were.
No, girl, hello.
I'm like actually concerned. This has moved on from a podcast. This is a cry for help. I'm actually concerned for life and the future.
No, that's
I
real.
think we might
Oh,
need to
yeah.
get wiped out.
No,
I
that's-
think we need a meteor.
Oh, girl, it's
think
gonna
we do.
happen, girl.
Yeah, I think that's why I'm like, give it like 200 years.
Yeah.
200 is
Might be
a bold.
No. I'm saying in 200 years, there might not be.
No,
there might not. Be
There might not. And that, I mean, no, that's really real. I think especially like with everything that's going on right now in society and like the way things have shifted so much and changed. Something that I've learned is like the pendulum will really start swinging a certain way, and like history will always repeat itself with the pendulum, and we've hit this like weird section in history that's repeated itself again, and like I don't know, like I've heard a lot of stories just about like the younger generation, like my friend's like little cousin. I forgot what grade she's in, but she's in like middle school, and she was like, yeah, I'm like one of the best readers in the class. I read out at like a 4th grade, 5th grade level.
Yeah.
And it's like, what?
It's because, and a lot of kids, they don't need to read or write anymore.
Yeah.
'Cause
No.
everything is like, talk to text. Everything is visual. Everything's video.
Yeah.
Like, so there's just like, kids don't know how to write by hand
No.
anymore.
No.
But they
like,
Cursive?
hello.
Cursive writing?
Oh yeah. Well, I'm gonna be honest. Get rid of cursive.
Oh,
bitch. What
damn.
are we doing?
Oh,
What are we
please,
writing? The
please.
Declaration of Independence.
Girl, well, yes. Well, girl, now we gotta rewrite.
Look at the Declaration.
Listen,
You can't read it. You can't read it.
No, you
My
can't.
handwriting.
Oh,
is-
this bitch. Oh my.
Oh, you got chicken scratch?
William
No.
Shakespeare.
I
No.
have
This
fucking,
old medieval
English. It's
times.
weird. I
Like
don't know
big
why.
first letter. Like.
Oh,
really
bitch,
weird.
you would hate to see
Oh,
my
God.
handwriting because my handwriting is a mix between like cursive and like scripture, like regular writing. So like it's like scripture. I don't know what it's called. Like cursive.
Just picture like chiseling on a rock.
as hell. No, it's like it's bad.
Mine's like borderline braille.
Are you
That's
serious?
how readable it is.
That is crazy.
I remember my teachers used to be like, they'd be like, "Do you know what this says?" I'd be like, "I don't." I don't know. And my signature, I was looking at my bank statement. Like saves all your signatures. Every single one
Different
could be
every
a
time.
different.
That's the thing. I have different handwritings too.
I depends
It's
what
weird.
mood I'm in.
Yeah.
Too. Sorry, I don't mean to jump topics, but I have to talk about
We've
something
been
that
jumping,
grinds
yeah.
my gears. Like a
Let's
pet
hear
peeve
it.
of mine right
What's
now.
in between those gears?
So as I've gained popularity within drag and social media and stuff like that, something that I've noticed that pisses me off to no end are the divas who will tag everyone and their mothers to try to get recognized. They are under every comment section. They are tagging people on quote tweets.
Wait, what do you
they are
mean
in
they're
store-
tagging?
Oh, so like
It's like
Tagging
okay,
you?
so no. Tagging celebrities. So it's like someone. So a drag artist will repost something that they like a palette they've used, right? They are it's like 4 Instagram stories, and the first one is like, just use the new Patrick Star powder melt setting spray. Tags Patrick Star. I live for this shit. Next story, Patrick Star, you really ate with this no shade sister.
I bought it at Sephora.
Next slide, Patrick Star. Bitch, do you know how to cook? Okay. Last slide. Patrick Star, I've really been thinking, what's your quintessential crisis? You know? Like, they try to be too, like, they overdo it. It's like cloudy in a way.
Chasing.
I've seen girls tag James Charles so much to get a notice from
such a
James
random want.
Charles out of
that's a
all
weird
people.
one.
I'm like, that's insane.
It's crazy.
I don't know what it is. Like, I can't get behind it because it's just like, I just want things to happen very naturally.
Yeah.
You know? Like, I'm trying to get over that so I can like tag makeup brands so that way, you know, I can get PRs
And I will
stuff
say
like
that, if you
know?
do tag them, they will sometimes send you
Exactly.
free stuff.
You know, so it's like I'm trying to get over that, but it's the bitches who like it. They just over fucking do it, and it's too much.
There's
I'm
a way
like,
to do it cute.
yeah,
There's a way.
like
to-
that's my thing. Is like everyone's just so obsessed with getting like quick big, and it's like they're just tagging fucking everyone and their mothers. They're fucking tagging the drag queens. They're
get a lot of
tagging
those,
the
believe it or
models.
not.
Girl,
A lot of people like love G-list celebrities.
Yeah.
No, I'm kidding. We don't.
Girl,
we literally get
boots,
a zero
boots,
of those.
boots,
Yeah.
boots. Wait, no, I can't. Like, mind you, it's little piece.
My favorite is seeing, you know, you can respond to stories.
Yeah.
Any single person I go to on Instagram, there's a comment for Little Piece.
On the
Any single person.
My favorite.
But she just has a lot to say.
She has a lot to say, and I
has
live.
everything to say.
Oh yeah, no boots.
listening.
She we were trying to figure out who to get because we did a Drag Race viewing party together. It went amazing. We're gonna do it again for this new season.
Yeah.
But she was trying because we were gonna get help to pay for whoever. So we were thinking, okay, what if we bring a Rue girl on? So she was thinking about bringing on Georges. I was like, that would be a really good idea. We just have to like figure out rates and stuff like that.
Yeah.
This bitch slides up on a story that Georges posted. Nothing involving drag. Nothing. It was like some random story. This bitch slid up on her story and said, "Diva, no shade. How much would it cost for you to perform at $5 Fridays?" And I think I'm phrasing it a little bit
I
better
love it.
than how she actually said it.
I'm obsessed with that.
Thing.
Well, one thing about Little Piece is she's gonna let impulse always win.
Oh, impulsivity.
It's coming out first.
Girl,
and then it's-
TS impulsivity.
Yeah, really.
I live, and I don't even know if impulsivity is a word. I almost said I don't know if TS is
I
a
think
word,
it
but
is.
it's 2 letters.
I think it's impulsiveness.
Impulsiveness.
I think it's impulsiveness.
Look at you, bookworm.
a phrase I haven't heard in so long. I live, nerd.
Yeah, fucking.
I live. I fucking live.
Okay.
No,
Since
I get
we're-
my life.
No, but I am a bookworm. You clock me back.
You do be reading.
Do you like reading?
I read so much.
Wait, do you have ADHD?
Apparently, yeah, I do.
Oh my
on
god.
an Adderall script.
Yeah.
Wait, me too.
This bitch got
Really?
the pharmacy.
I really got
His
all
house.
of the good stuff.
They got the good
I
stuff.
I think I have OCD.
You think so?
I think so.
I do.
Well,
I
there's
know, I know so.
I think literally every single person has a little bit of OCD and ADHD.
Yeah.
Because like recently my partner Cupid Bow, amazing, love them.
Shout out.
They clocked me on it recently because before we go to bed I will walk downstairs and check the door twice to make sure that
That
it's
is-
locked.
that's a
I
sign.
have to check it twice, and then when I'm at my house, I have to lock my bedroom door because no shade, I refuse to let the killer get to
Yes,
me.
thank you.
I refuse
Wendy
to
was
get the-
right.
Yes, yes,
Those,
I can't.
those videos of Wendy Williams where they're like making fun of her, I'm like, what is so funny? She's right.
No, she's
the killer's
so
not
real.
getting me.
Bitch, we live in
And
a
look,
fucking
you know where I
crazy
live.
ass
If the
world.
killer tried to get me, they were really looking.
Girl, no
They
shade.
were
But
really
if they got here,
they were
they
in
could
it.
blow on that door. It's going down.
Girl, it's a little scary out
is a little
here.
scary out
No,
here.
It
I
is.
can't.
Allyria
Yeah.
Everlasting.
Yeah.
Are you?
I gotta sit up for this
Okay,
one.
hello.
Okay.
My pal. Yeah. Are you content with your choices?
I have to say right now, yeah, I am very content with my choices.
Thank God.
recently starting this year, I started off this year truthfully a little rocky.
Okay.
And I had really good conversations with people. I did a lot of like really good self-discovery and understanding of myself and how I need to operate in the world going forward and what's the best way to do so, you know? Because I think for so long I was making my choices based off of what I was just being told. I was very like a follower, you know, very naive, you know. I was like, I trust everyone, you know, so like tell me and I will literally do it, you know. And starting this year, I like realized so much about myself, my identity, how I move through this realm, and truthfully, I had to like really take a step back and stop doing a lot of shit. Like, I just think I gave myself so much accessibility to people.
Yeah.
And that's something in nightlife that I learned that like you cannot
You gotta
do.
protect your peace.
You have to. And like, I didn't hear that phrase until I was in college, and it was Justin Jane. Shout out to Justin Jane. And I remember it was the finale of Scene Queen or the month before the finale of Scene Queen last year. And I saw him in the audience. It was the first time I seen him because I remember I had a talk with him and I was like, I have to move back home. I have to drop out of college. One thing about me, I'm always having talks.
Just having a talk.
I'm always having talks. I was raised in Florida.
Yes.
I'm fair skinned. Listen, sometimes you gotta sit me down and be like, Diva, shut up. You know, no shade. I'll be like, you fucking bitch. You know, it's a little crazy. And so I just remember seeing him, and he was the first one to say like, you have to protect your peace to me. And I just remember I started crying when I seen him because I was like, you don't understand like how much your phrases have helped me going forward. So like starting off this year, I took a step back from I think a lot of my friendships and relationships and reevaluated like what relationship and like in a weird way sort of like healthfully compartmentalized all of them. Like you can be friends with your coworkers, right? But okay, I shouldn't say friends. You can be cordial with your coworkers.
Yeah.
If your coworkers are going to dinner, you can go to dinner with your coworkers.
Yeah, you can
if you're
get
going to a
along.
party with your coworkers, you can go to a party with your coworkers. Doesn't mean that your coworkers are your friends.
Yeah.
You know, you can have friends who are not your coworkers, you know.
Yeah.
You can have best friends who, you know a little bit more than your actual friends. But I just think I was like so open book with everything that I think everyone knew so much about me, and there was nothing that I kept private to myself, nothing that I kept to myself. But there was also it caused a lot of issues because I thought that the way people wanted to be around me, or the reason why people wanted to be around me, was because I always had the hottest tea. I was like, yeah, bitch, I have the hot tea.
yeah.
Guess what? You know?
Yeah.
And it came around and really started to bite me in the ass
Yeah.
because of the simple fact of, bitch, you don't remember shit.
Right.
I have terrible memory. So you're not even telling the tea correctly. You have tea, but now you're telling coffee.
Yeah.
Okay?
Just
you
lying.
have tea.
Just
no,
making up
literally.
lies. Yeah.
Literally.
always hot tea.
No, there's not always hot tea.
No.
So I took a step back from like from everyone, and my favorite thing now is I don't know, I don't care.
Yes.
I don't know, I don't care.
That really is the way.
I don't want to
live.
hear about nothing. Don't come to me with nothing. I
Yeah.
don't care. And I've realized I've seen what relationships I want to delve more into.
Yeah.
I've seen what relationships I want them to keep at bay, and I've seen what relationships I need to start taking a step back from. You know. And so that's sort of where I'm going right now, you know. Yeah, it's been a very, very good journey. Lonely for a little bit, I have to be honest.
Which is good though.
Which is very
Which
good.
is good.
Which is very good because for so long I've always been surrounded around
It's
people.
good to miss people.
Yes.
Yeah,
It's-
especially in nightlife.
It was a big problem because at one point I was going out so much, and I remember I had a talk with my good Judy. We were sitting in the house and everyone was going to Void, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna go to Void. But I told my diva, I was like, girl, I don't want to go to Void.
Yes.
And they were like, why are you going then? And I was like, well, because everyone wants me to
There's
go.
a moment in nightlife where you realize, I don't want to go.
No.
And then you realize, I don't have to.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Literally
No.
don't.
You
I'm not
don't.
being paid
You
to
can go
be
right
there.
on home.
No. No, not at all.
I don't have to do any of this.
No.
And so it's been a very, very good time, and I think that's why right now I'm very content with my choices because I'm
Yes.
navigating life very differently than what I used to.
Beautiful.
You know,
That's
and that's growth.
cool.
And
Yeah.
I think.
Wait, how old are you?
I'm 24.
There it is.
No,
perfect.
And that is
perfect
kind
year
of
to grow.
That's the same. I
Perfect year to
remember I
grow.
was very similar.
Really?
And the same thing happened
Yes.
where like I was like, because I used to go to everything, go out every night,
Yeah.
hang out with everyone. Oh, I got to be part of the group.
Yeah.
People are going out.
Yeah.
I want to go out with people. Blah blah blah. And I remember one day I just stayed in. I was like, that was pussy.
That was
Yeah.
pussy.
And I was like,
That's
I
incredible.
actually don't want to go to. That's back when we used to go to Voyeur at 3:30 in the morning.
Oh,
we used to,
God.
yeah.
And I was like, this is horrible.
Yeah.
And then we go to someone else's house.
Yes, we did.
And then we'd go to someone else's
Yeah.
house.
Yes,
Like,
we did.
it's 1 p.m. the next day. And I'm not going to be able to sleep for
No.
3 days
Not
because we
content
were
with those
doing I was not
at
content
all.
with
No,
those
not
choices.
content with those choices.
And then you just get burnt out, and then it's not
Mm-hmm.
fun, and then you get
me as hell.
Ooh, sucking on
Okay.
that thing.
On that thing.
like
No
if
shade,
you get
sweaty,
fucked up
that's
and
all.
drink at every gig, your body then starts to be like, I need to drink at every gig
Yeah.
in order to perform. I have to be drunk.
Yeah.
Rather than it being like a choice that you're making, it turns into like this is just substance.
Yeah.
abuse at that point.
No. Yeah. And that's like my relationship with weed, you know? Like I would smoke
That's
so
who I need
much.
to have a talk.
Girl.
with.
no.
Someone, not me and weed, but
Yeah.
me and potheads.
Yeah, like I would smoke, and now I've seen there are some people who I do think like, yo, you just go smoke. I think you'll be fine.
Yeah.
you know, like some people can handle it. I cannot smoke in large group settings. I have to be in a small group or with truthfully my partner. Like that's really the only
That's
person
me,
that I smoke
bitch.
with. You know,
I say I'm like, oh, Onyx doesn't smoke.
no.
No, I
no,
can't smoke
no,
and drag.
no,
Dead name
no.
is Chiefin, though.
Oh yeah, no, but yeah.
Dead
right.
name, not even dead name. Government name is hitting that pen.
Girl.
I love getting high as
I
fuck and
wish
going
I-
for a walk.
Oh,
I wish I loved it.
really?
I
And
really
getting
do.
a little lost. I'll go to Sprouts and be like, let me get myself like a $6 juice.
No, I can't. See, I can't run errands when I'm high. I can't do none of that
can't do anything.
because I get very paranoid. And then I realized I saw a stand-up comedy act, and they were like, if you get paranoid on weed, what did you do? And that sent me into a tizzy. That sent me into a tizzy because I was like,
That
what
may
did
have
I
ruined weed even more for me.
That's like, what did I do? And so I just started. What freaks me out, and then I realized the things that freak me out, and they're not big things, you know.
Yeah.
it's nothing fucking crazy.
They're gonna
But it's
find
like,
the body.
Girl, no, literally. But it's just like
I realized I've done some terrible.
You go to the police station. I did it. Please just lock me up.
I didn't flush the
Yeah.
toilet. I'm sorry. I only checked the door once. I didn't check it twice.
Literally.
I let the killer in.
You got me.
No.
I'm the killer.
No.
I'm the killer.
I'm the killer, mind you.
Yes.
I'm in a Juicy Couture 3-piece pajama
Literally.
set.
Yeah,
The killer.
Girl, the killer, bitch.
Kill these girls.
Kill these girls.
Okay, hold on.
Hell. Are you
Before we
content
get-
with your choices?
Yeah.
Okay.
I am, yeah.
Are you
I think,
content with
yeah.
your choices?
Yes. Recently, yes. I've been taking things that I put a lot of pressure on and just relieving the pressure. Being
Good.
like, you know what?
Good.
We're all gonna fucking die.
Yeah.
That's
So
a way to do it.
No
Whatever.
shade.
And
No
isn't
shade.
that
No shade,
nice?
but
Yeah.
Isn't that nice?
I can see how that would be nice for someone, but for me, that makes
For
nothing
me,
nice.
that
usually-
is
yeah.
just a beautiful. I'm like, well, you get a big reset button at the end of
You don't
this.
get
Well,
a reset, you get a
you get
be
an
off,
You know the
unplugged.
computer at the end of the
what
day.
you
That's
believe.
true. No, you're right.
That's
That is
what you
true.
believe. Here's my thing.
Listen.
I agree with that. I used to be scared to death after I got hit by the car, and then
Right.
but then now I'm like not really scared of death because I'm like, you know what? Everyone's gonna die. That's why I feel a little bit more free at making mistakes.
nice.
You know?
Yeah.
But I've said it once and I'm gonna say it again until the day I die. Is once I pass away, I'm not getting reincarnated. This is my last life. When I pass away, I will turn into the little orb from Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. And I'm going to float around and just be a little light orb.
That's it.
Yeah, I'm just gonna
Fine,
flutter
that's
around
really
and be like,
good.
"Foop." You know? Have y'all ever done that challenge where it's like you stand in a dark room and you like record yourself with a flashlight on, and you're like, if there are any spirits here, please show yourself.
I was like, what is this challenge?
That was me by myself in like 6th grade.
Oh, that was literally
me
me.
convinced that
A challenge?
Yeah, because you go later tonight. Later tonight.
Is that like a viral internet challenge, or is it?
And then you'll see orbs that go in front of the camera.
It's like some of them are red, one is like yellow.
Really, what it is? Yeah, well, yes.
Yeah, it's
dust particles.
It's vacuum your damn house. You dirty
Grandma, is that you?
Abuelita!
Por favor.
Papa, oh, yes! Yes,
No.
Latina Franco.
Yeah, Latino mode activated.
No.
When that meme was going around for like a week, 7 people sent me Latino mode activated.
Oh, I have the one where it's like Latina mode activated, the one where it's on and off.
Deactivated, yeah.
Oh my god.
It's like little switches. I
So
live.
you are okay. Both of your contemporary choices. I'm content with my choices.
Boots.
Isn't that good?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
No,
not
it
good, but
is.
we're all content. Yeah, I don't have much to elaborate on. I'm just like being less of a piece
That's
of
the
shit.
Adderall.
Yes, it is.
Hello?
We gotta talk about Adderall. That's why we need to have a talk too.
Oh my
No, we
god.
don't, because we don't have enough time for that.
Hello.
Oh, yeah.
I gotta repaint my face.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
real quick.
I gotta go to a concert, yeah. But anywho,
Your top 3 songs you've been listening to. You gotta do it quick.
okay. I can't think of them. You go.
Okay, the new Yule song,
Doo Doo.
Doo Doo, and every year or every month or two, I realize that MCR is the best band of all time.
Yes.
So I've been listening to their
yes.
discography too.
Oh, I live.
Yeah.
Top 3 songs I'm listening to right now. Okay, this isn't a song, but Anitta, she's a Brazilian artist. She has this album called Funk Generation. But on YouTube, there's an 8-minute like version of like the songs on the album, and it's like a ballet. So like it's like a bunch of dancing. Live. I love it. I've been listening to that a lot. Alfie. By Dionne Warwick, sung by Cynthia Erivo at the Kennedy Center. It is marvelous. I did it at Frankie's Angels.
Yes.
Phenomenal.
Yes.
Phenomenal. Okay.
Yes.
And then third, lastly, this one's a little interchangeable. Okay. I stumbled across phenomenal song, That's Entertainment by Judy Garland.
That's entertainment.
It's so good. It's so good. I fucking love it. And Liza with a Z.
Oh yeah,
But
yeah.
it's Liza with a Z, the 1985 version. She does it live.
Okay.
It is so sickening. I love it. I'm trying to learn it
Curious.
Oh yeah.
because it's like right up my
You
alley.
have an MCR hat on.
I do.
Shut the
Oh my god! Fun fact, do you know whose hat this is?
Who is that?
Astros. This is Astros
Bitch.
beanie that I just never returned. Okay. Oh my god! Another thing too. I have recently, I like on repeat consistently will always be Paramore, but I've re-entered my Pierce the Veil bag.
Okay.
So I'm like re-listening to everything. Girl, right now, Pierce the Veil, Sleeping with Sirens.
Yeah. What are my 3? Okay, my 3. Spend It by Summer Walker.
Love it.
Love it. That's I no one was gonna tell me that song came out. I was very surprised that I missed it because I usually keep up with her. But anyway, Spend It by Summer Walker. I've been playing.
Really good song.
You know what is a good song?
Give
That
it.
is a bad song. That new viral thing that's going around by that Lola Young, and she's the one who has the song where it's like and I open my big mouth.
You've been
she has
listening to that?
song. She has a new song it's like
Oh, I
I'm
know.
on the phone, you're close.
You've been listening
I
to
listened
that?
to it today. It's 17 times in a row.
Girl, you better get your life.
I got my.
You better
I
get
did
out of
get
the
no.
house.
Listen, you're actually. You want to know something funny? You're gonna have to get into it because I showed it to Andrew when he came over here earlier and he saved it on his.
Well,
phone.
Andrew has also personally described himself as liking horrible pop music.
As I've known, yes. No, you're gonna love it. I already know. But anyway, that song and this not a song, but this video of this gay guy in England pretending to be Princess Diana if she were Jamaican. I've been watching his videos a lot.
She could have been Jamaican. You don't know her.
I'll send it to you. They're really funny.
I don't know why.
Yes.
What the fuck did I just hear?
Yes.
Girl, that is crazy.
It's
Hold on.
really
My-
funny.
My cooter.
So anyway, guys.
Really quickly though, I have a question. Do you guys listen to podcasts?
Yeah.
Sometimes.
What podcasts do y'all listen to?
I like Therapy Gecko.
Oh.
Is a good one.
Period.
It's this guy that just dresses up like a gecko.
Yes.
And then people call in and like just say random things. And he just
I
answers
have to
them.
listen to that.
It's really good.
I have to listen to that.
It is really good. And he also interviews people on the street. Oh my God, there's one time. He also does like an email segment. And I was really fucked up and I wrote into it. And he answered it. It is humiliating.
Oh my God, no. I'm gonna search
You
now.
will never find the
I'm gonna know
episode.
which one it is.
Because it literally, and he says my full name too. Because...
Bitch.
I remember I was listening. I was like,
How do I tell my podcast host that he sucks?
no. That one, and also I began into books on tape.
Oh, I live.
And right.
You better get your audiobook back, bitch. Oh,
I watched Anne Rice. Interview with
Okay,
the Vampire.
Anne, yes.
Okay.
I live. What about you?
I love. There's this one called Court Junkie,
Okay, live.
which is this girl that just goes over court case. Sorry, I'm just like really
You can be sweaty.
fucking crotch. It's very sweaty.
Oh, wow.
So, Court Junkie, which is a problematic name. Secret Treatment, obviously, I fucking love
Oh yeah,
Treatment.
Secret Treatment's a good one.
If I'm feeling really, really dark and evil, I'll listen to Bethany Frankel's podcast. Just because I like to hear her voice. and
Yeah.
her
Oh yeah,
say
it's like
absurd
sibling
things.
rivalry. I love
Oh, yeah.
I listen to our podcast a lot.
Yeah,
I listen to
booze.
Oh yeah,
this
Franco
podcast.
listens to it.
That's
I don't.
You don't.
I live. I
do.
Yeah. Do you?
Yeah,
Do you
sometimes I
listen
put
to
it on when I'm like doing my makeup because that's like the main time I like listen to my podcast. So I listen to Monet Talks with Monet Exchange.
She has so many podcasts.
No, it's sickening.
She
I
really
listen to
does.
Sibling Rivalry, a lot of drag. So I also listen to Trixie and Katya.
They're like so fucking funny.
Hilarious.
They
I
really
fucking
are
live.
funny.
I fucking live. And then two others is do you know who Mateo Lane is?
Yeah.
I listened to Nick and Mateo Lane. I think their podcast is called like We Never Like Each Other or like We Don't Like Each Other or something like that.
yes.
And I love it because they set a timer for 20 minutes. They talk about a random topic. It's over. It's
I love
so
that.
Girl,
We need
we'll add
fierce.
that segment.
It's so fucking fierce. It's literally 20 minutes. They talk about the fucking ocean. Call it a day. There's someone behind there fact checking everyone. It's tea.
That's really
That's a really good.
And also though, Caleb Heron. I listen to him a lot. He's a stand-up comedian, but also he's like really good friends with Drew. I don't know how to say her last name.
Barrymore?
No, Drew Alpha. She's like the one girl on TikTok who reads all the guys.
I've seen
The
I've
Hawaiian
seen
girl,
her.
and then also
Yeah.
Brittany Broski. Like he's really good friends with them. Caleb Heron's just super fucking funny. I live.
Me off.
So anyway, let's close it really quick.
All right. Thank you so much for joining us today. Bye. Oh.
Okay, thank you guys so much for listening. Thank you so
Thank
much,
you so
Allyria,
much.
for coming
Thank
on.
Of course, thank you so much. If you want to, you can go ahead and follow me on Instagram. It's Allyria.everlasting, ALLYRIA.everlasting, compound word. Thank you.
And this has been Gila Celebrities. You can follow us on Instagram, not Twitter. We have on Spotify. Whatever. At Gila Celebrities. We also have an email we never use.
Ooh.
Yeah.
What if you do email submissions?
We tried
Submit
that, but no
an
one cares.
email.
No one cares.
Please.
Anyway, bye.
Bye, guys.